Kanye West, a name that never strays too far from headlines, found himself once again in the midst of chaos on a Sunday evening, May 18th, when the entirety of his unreleased album leaked online, setting social media ablaze. The moment the leak surfaced on Discord servers, the internet reacted with lightning speed. Like gasoline meeting fire, the album spread rapidly across platforms, Twitter, Reddit, Telegram, and beyond, becoming a cultural moment all its own. For fans, stans, and critics alike, it felt like a moment suspended in time, a surprise, a betrayal, and a cultural earthquake all rolled into one. The album in question was none other than WW3, one of 3 long-hyped projects Kanye had teased over the past year. This wasn't just a song or two dripping out anonymously in a quiet corner of the internet. This was the whole body of work. 13 unreleased tracks, all with controversial and eye-popping titles, found themselves out in the wild without so much as a warning from Ye or his team. Some people didn't even believe it was real at first. But as audio snippets flooded social media, complete with polished mixing and Kanye's unmistakable voice, it became clear the leak was authentic. The titles alone sparked a flurry of conversation. Tracks like Diddy Free, Dirty Magazines, and Free My Kids weren't just provocative for the sake of it. They were jabs, references, and raw confessions, all intertwined with the drama that has surrounded Kanye in recent years. Diddy Free immediately drew attention due to its direct connection to the increasingly public downfall of Sean Diddy Combs, who has been the subject of lawsuits, rumors, and controversy in the past year. Free My Kids hit a different nerve, especially for longtime fans who have followed Kanye's public battles over custody, parenting, and his ongoing emotional turmoil over not being in his children's lives. Dirty Magazines seemed to dip into Ye's confessions of pornography addiction, something he's spoken about openly and without filter before. Some fans, fully aware of Ye's long history of turning trauma into art, embraced the leak with reverence. They didn't see a simple collection of songs. They saw a reflection of Ye's fractured psyche, his unfiltered creativity, and his desperation to be heard. Others, however, questioned the ethics of consuming the leaked material, especially considering the leak wasn't sanctioned by the artist himself. In fact, things took a strange turn when the individual, or collective, behind the leak publicly stated that all proceeds from the leak would be donated to the U.S. Holocaust Memorial Museum. That message, likely a tongue-in-cheek or intentionally inflammatory remark, stirred even more controversy. The message was vague, possibly sarcastic, and laden with irony, fitting the chaotic, unpredictable energy that has surrounded Kanye's persona for years. And yet, in the midst of all the confusion and fury, there was excitement. Social media, flooded with reactions, clips of tracks, homemade rankings, and emotional posts from fans who had followed Ye from the days of the college dropout to now. One X, formerly Twitter user, posted an image of the track list and passionately declared, "The best 3-song run ever," highlighting Heil H, Gas Chambers, and H Ye Jesus. The tweet immediately blew up, sparking arguments, debates, and discussions about where Kanye's newest material ranks in his sprawling discography. And yes, those track titles raised eyebrows, many labeling them as irresponsible, others praising them as brave, unfiltered storytelling. What was clear, however, was that Kanye had once again found a way to dominate cultural discourse, intentionally or not. The controversy surrounding the track titles, the themes of the album, and the raw emotion layered into every beat and bar only added fuel to the fire. People couldn't stop talking about it. Even those who had long abandoned their fandom of Kanye found themselves pulled back in, compelled to hear what he had to say this time. Mixed reactions echoed across platforms. One user tweeted, "Finally leakers doing good for the world," while another added, "Shout out to the leakers, but also Kanye music in 2025 ain't worth being leaked." Still, many argued the art would speak for itself. The leak wasn't going to impact sales, nor would it change the minds of those who were already on board. "That's not going to stop the people who were already planning on supporting this project," another user tweeted. "But it is weird how people stole art from a black man just to make a donation. The irony is wild." By 2025, Kanye West was already on track to make the year his comeback campaign. Not just one project, but 3: Cuck, WW3, and Bully. Each album hinted at a different aspect of Ye's mind. Cuck was rumored to explore his inner humiliation and personal betrayals. WW3 was the war cry, his outward rage at the industry, the media, and anyone who wronged him. And Bully? That one, some said, would be the ultimate clapback to everyone who ever doubted him. Adding another layer of intrigue to the saga, a new rap figure named Dave Blunts posted on social media last month, claiming full authorship of WW3. According to Blunts, he ghostwrote the entire project. The claim has not been confirmed by Kanye or anyone from his circle, but it didn't stop the rumor mill from spiraling. If true, it would challenge the very core of Kanye's creative authenticity, something he's defended with his life over the years. Then again, Ye has always played fast and loose with credits, collaborators, and the myth of solo genius. It's also worth noting that Kanye had teased parts of the album before. Over the past few months, snippets appeared in live streams, fan-recorded videos, and vague sound bites. A few fragments were shared during unannounced sessions on streaming platforms, but none confirmed a full rollout. That's part of why the leak hit so hard. It felt like the final product fans had waited for, but snatched prematurely, exposed before its creator could shape its narrative. Beyond the music, the personal stakes were high. Kanye's ongoing issues with access to his children have weighed heavily on him, publicly and privately. In recent interviews and rants, sometimes erratic, sometimes heart-wrenchingly clear, he's spoken about his longing to be present for his kids and the emotional toll that restricted visitation has had on him. At one point, he made headlines for paying one of the highest child support fees in the entertainment world. That detail, while often glossed over in gossip blogs, underscores the deep financial and emotional cost of his ongoing legal battles. What followed the leak wasn't just musical feedback, it was a social firestorm. The comments, shares, reactions, and think pieces rolled in endlessly. Long-form threads analyzed the lyrics for coded meanings. TikTok creators filmed hour-long breakdowns of metaphors and samples. Even rival artists began weighing in. Some praised the creativity, others condemned the recklessness. One notable producer tweeted, "Kanye never stopped being Kanye. If you think this album is just chaos, then you're not hearing it right. It's the soundtrack to a man who's been screaming underwater for years." But there were deeper implications. Could this leak have been orchestrated? Could Kanye himself have been involved? It wouldn't be the first time an artist leaked their own music for publicity or leverage. Ye has a long history of unconventional rollouts. Who could forget the pop-up listening parties, the stadium live streams, the constant edits to albums, even after release? Perhaps this leak was just another extension of his genius, his chaos, or both. Still, insiders close to Kanye reported otherwise. According to unnamed sources within his circle, Kanye was furious but not surprised when he found out the album was leaked. The phrase "not surprised" says a lot. It reveals a truth long whispered in the industry. When you're as polarizing and mythologized as Kanye West, you're always being watched. Your inner circle is never truly sealed. And sometimes, those closest to you become the ones who pull the rug out. Trust for Ye has become a fragile, crumbling thing.